A driver left a message saying, well, if you run out of DEF and you're running outside of Florida and you get pulled in for an inspection, what will happen? Thank you, driver, for your question, and it is highly advisable that you never let your diesel exhaust fluid run out. This was a very interesting question, driver. Let's begin by first breaking down some acronyms, the SCR and DEF. First, SCR. It stands for Selective Catalytic Reduction, which is advanced exhaust tech used to reduce nitrogen oxides emissions. Technology that's essential for meeting stringent environment regulations and improving the overall air quality. It works by injecting a liquid-reducing agent into the exhaust stream, where it reacts with the catalyst, converting nitrogen oxides into what we call H2O. The liquid agent injected is what we will talk about today, diesel exhaust fluid, or DEF. Okay, so what is diesel exhaust fluid? It is an aqueous urea solution made with 32.5% urea and 67.5% deionized water. I know what you're thinking. What is aqueous urea solution? Aqueous simply means something that contains water as a medium, and urea is an organic compound commonly used in fertilizers and various industrial applications. Farmers use it to create a nitrogen-rich fertilizer, which helps their crops grow faster, which I know creates another question. No, they are not the same. The urea used in your trucks is known as automotive-grade urea, and it is specifically formulated for your selective catalytic reduction system. Unlike the urea used on the farm, which is called agricultural-grade urea, and is not formulated for your catalytic reduction system. It is used specifically as a fertilizer by increasing the nitrogen content in the soil for crops. If for some strange reason you would try to put agricultural-grade urea in your truck, you would severely damage your truck's catalytic system. So now we know that aqueous urea is simply urea dissolved in deionized water, creating basically a strictly controlled high-purity quality compound specially designed for diesel engines. So now back to the driver's question. If a driver is caught running without diesel exhaust fluid, not only could he or she face some serious, significant fines, their truck will switch into the limp mode, which is a reduced power mode, which would limit your truck's speed and performance. And because of this, some drivers have deleted or bypassed their DEF systems, believing the deletions of the system will increase performance, reduce downtime, and cost savings. However, bypassing this system can lead to serious consequences. And I'm not just speaking on the possible engine damage or the increase in harmful emissions gases. There are compliances and regulations put in place by the EPA, and bypassing any of your diesel emission control could result in steep fines. It is written, if a driver is caught, their fines could be $5,000 per violation. So, bypassing or removing your DEF system could be doing you more harm than good. First, your warranty can be voided, and by law, an expert diesel mechanic cannot and/or should not touch your truck. It is illegal to delete your DEF under the Clean Air Act in the United States. Dealerships can face significant legal risk and consequences for selling deleted DEF trucks. Doesn't matter if you're in Texas, Pennsylvania, or anywhere else. Federal laws got you covered in headaches no matter where you haul. Even in Canada, diesel emission tampering is also prohibited under their environmental regulations. And I can hear some of you drivers out there saying, removal of the DEF has been a common practice for years. Removing the equipment will improve fuel efficiency, and it reduces the cost of expensive repairs. And I'm sure most of you have heard that the EPA is reevaluating the Biden-Harris problematic Clean Truck Plan. This plan includes the 2022 heavy-duty nitrous oxide rule, which will reconsider the model year 2027 and later for light-duty and medium-duty vehicles. This environmental protection regulation is based around the greenhouse gas emission standards for light and heavy-duty vehicles. So what does that mean? It means starting in 2027, the EPA will require that the engine manufacturers cannot program sudden or severe power loss when the diesel exhaust fluid runs low. But don't get too excited, because nowhere in this reevaluation does it say you can legally remove or delete your diesel exhaust fluid system. It only states that the vehicle will be allowed to operate longer with low DEF before experiencing significant speed or power limits, which is a significant change from the current system that limits performance abruptly. This environmental protection change is aimed at alleviating the frustration faced by hotshot drivers, farmers, and truckers who experience costly downtime due to sudden engine loss. This aggressive software creating limp mode from that date forward will be reprogrammed to allow the operator to run longer and maintain regular posted speed, completing present task before the engine will show any kind of restrictions. The present or old way of derating is and has been an irritant to commercial and diesel engine operators for years. In some cases, operators have been stranded mid-job until sensors were cleared, and the issue of DEF resolved. The regulations surrounding DEF will not disappear entirely. The new regulations will allow heavy-duty trucks more operation time before any form of power cut or leniency. So, make checking and ensuring you have an extra bottle of DEF alongside your windshield wiper fluid, oil, and antifreeze a priority. It's a small part of your maintenance routine, a big part of your pre-trip inspection. Think of DEF as your ticket to keep rolling down the highway without trouble from Florida to California and everywhere in between. So, always remember, DEF isn't just another fluid, it's your rig's secret weapon for clean, legal, and smooth hauls. Stay informed. And as always, drivers, stay safe.